Hello and welcome back to another video. I am still here in Florence. I'm making this video because my last video got some good reception. Had some friends reach out to me telling me they were inspired by it and that they liked what I had to say. And honestly, it was very helpful and inspiring to me as well. Sorry, the lighting is a bit weird here. Um, yeah, to speak out loud and to generate my thoughts like that felt good. And so I have more stuff to say. And that's not to say I'm not going to write again, but speaking just feels really nice. And I've been thinking about it a lot. So, um, something that has been on my mind for a while now, but has really been brought to the forefront here in Italy, has been the concept of beauty and what it means to embrace beauty and why it's important, basically. I'm always reminded of this when I come to Florence because Florence is a medieval Renaissance city that is preserved and therefore has a lot of respect. And I think a lot about New York City, my home, and how a lot of places in New York are just torn down, like a lot of older buildings are just torn down. Um, there's only those little pockets like Greenwich Village, some streets in Bed-Stuy, not even all of Bed-Stuy, just some streets in Bed-Stuy. I think some parts of Greenpoint that are historically preserved, but the entire city is not historically preserved. And now it can't be. I mean, I guess it can be, but there's just so many new buildings that are ugly. And I think that when there are ugly buildings, there's not as much respect for the city. And that's why New York is kind of a dirty place. That's why people graffiti everywhere. Like here in Florence, there's some graffiti, but not, it's really looked down upon to graffiti on the older buildings. People just don't do it here. And this concept is something I've like since coming to Florence I've had in my mind, but now being like having gone to India and seeing how people use beauty as a form of respect there and beauty preservation as a form of respect there, as well as just getting older and coming into myself more and embracing my my own beauty as well as accepting my value of beauty and the devotion I want to have to it and not seeing it as like a vain or vapid or surface level thing, but rather something that is just deeply connected to who I am. Um, I love beautiful things. All my life, as a child, I chased beautiful things, whether that was beautiful clothing, beautiful environments. I love beautiful stories, beautiful languages. I'm a poet. I love beauty on all accounts, and I think that for a chunk of my life, I kind of let go of that because I took on these narratives that being too involved with beauty, again, like, is something to be shameful of. And I now have a better understanding of beauty that totally surpasses, like, the beauty that is tied with adhering to a trend, or the beauty that is tied to attributed to the male gaze, or the beauty that is attributed to seeming a certain way that isn't authentic to you. And one of the biggest teachers in this span of time for me has been the archetype, the deity Lakshmi. So Lakshmi is a Hindu deity, and she is the goddess of beauty, but she's also the goddess of good fortune and abundance. And one of the rules of Lakshmi is that if you adorn yourself in a way that makes you feel beautiful, this is the thing, it's not if you adorn yourself in the way that he thinks is beautiful or the way that your parents think is beautiful, but in a way that makes you feel beautiful, in a way that makes you feel like you respect yourself, then you are able to generate good luck and abundance. And some may say this is what pretty privilege is. But it doesn't have to be like, you don't have to wear all this jewelry and makeup, and you don't have to wear a beautiful dress. You could be wearing a big t-shirt, but if that's what makes you feel genuinely beautiful, then you will create this magnetic energy and you will generate respect from others. You are showing respect to yourself, that you have enough respect for yourself to feel beautiful. And therefore, showing respect to yourself, you're showing respect to your creator, your higher power. That's kind of the religious part of it. Sorry, I just got bit by a mosquito. And yeah, beauty, if you do all these things, you could magnetize good luck. You could magnetize fortune, and that doesn't just have to be money. It could just be fortuitous experiences. It could be you are showing yourself that you live in abundance, choosing to adorn yourself in a way that makes you feel beautiful. You're like, I am abundant enough to put on this big t-shirt. I am abundant enough to put on these earrings and to, do my hair in a way that makes me feel beautiful. I'm showing respect to myself. I am in abundance because my soul has a vessel to move through the world in. And walking through the world with that reverence definitely generates magnetism and respect. And I've really accepted that lesson and am inspired by it. And then I am someone who finds beauty easily and chases beauty, and I know that I know what beauty is, and I know how to share it. Like I said, I'm a poet. I love art, and I love to talk about art and share art with other people, not because I want to seem smart or intellectual or seem some type of way, but because I want other people to feel the beauty that is there too. That is why I love talking about paintings and why I love reading out loud, and that is why I'm here today talking about beauty, because I am somebody who up until recently used to kind of shame myself for wanting to dress up and wanting to look beautiful and wanting to carry myself in a way that like I feel beautiful in, I guess. And I used to feel kind of too much for chasing beautiful experiences, and I used to feel a little bit illogical for chasing beautiful experiences and making pilgrimages to go see art. Like, sometimes to me it seems a bit ridiculous, but if I look back on my life, all of the times that I have chased beauty and I have chased art and I have chased these things that I hold reverence to, I can connect them to meeting people who have made an impact on me. I can connect them to experiences that I will carry with me till the day I die. And I can connect them to being inspiration and muses for my own artwork, for my own life decisions. And like, why not fucking live a poetic life? Why not chase beauty? I mean, even like now, especially now in a world where so much is going to shit, why not chase what is beautiful before it goes away? That's the original reason why I came to Florence. I learned about the Duomo, which is the main church in Florence. I learned about it when I was 16 years old. And I was so captivated by the concept of it that I made a promise to myself that I will go there before I die. And in university, I discovered that I could study abroad in Florence, and the second I discovered that, I was like, this is happening. This is happening for me. I'm going there. I'm going to walk up to the top of the Duomo. That's it. I'm going. And 7 years later, I've been in Italy for 2 months now. I speak Italian. Like, I have friends here. I have this whole part of my life that is connected to Italy because I initiated that connection initially in pursuit of beauty. And from some people's standpoint, that seems completely illogical and completely crazy to like make a choice, a huge life choice based off of seeing one building. But that's how I make choices. And I once heard this in a podcast, and I recently heard this in a podcast, and I think about it a lot now. And that is, we live in a world of miracles. We don't live in a world of logic. So why not choose experiences that will generate miracles? And to me, choosing beauty, like I said, that legacy of beauty, that Venusian beauty, that deep beauty that feeds inspiration into you, like a muse-like beauty, not the beauty that will fulfill the gaze of another or that will earn you some status symbol. Not that kind of beauty. That's not beauty. That's aesthetic. That's just like plastic aesthetics. I'm talking about beauty, deep beauty, like I said, muse-like beauty. Why, like, when that is embraced and when that is chased and pursued, miracles happen. Miracles happen. And I think it's a necessary thing. We need beauty. We need that type of beauty, and I think it's time that we start embracing it and paying attention again. I guess this kind of relates to my last video with the attention span, is things that are done quickly and with instant gratification and like without any intention, just like generative activity just to fulfill something, that won't leave a legacy behind. But intentional beauty, paying attention, little details, ignore this. This is not, this doesn't adhere to that. But all these like little details and taking the time to make something just right, that will live on for generations and generations and continue to inspire other people, continue to inspire other minds and other hearts to carry on beauty, to carry on this celebration of life, because that's what beauty is. Beauty is a celebration of life. It's saying like, wow, this orange juice that I squeezed from these oranges on the tree in my backyard is so perfect and so tasty and so sweet. I'm going to put it in this beautiful glass bottle, and I'm going to pour it into this beautiful glass when I drink it, because it deserves to be honored, instead of, throwing it in some like plastic container and drinking it out of the carton when you're standing up in the kitchen. I mean, that's not, like, you're not really in reverence to the orange tree like that. But creating a ritual around beauty. That's why the girlies have a skincare routine, like creating a ritual around beauty is a celebration of life. And I don't know, it's something that I am, like I said, I'm coming back to, and I want to continue to pursue and continue to live by. Somebody once told me this before I really understood what it meant, and now I definitely understand what he was saying. He told me I'm a sensualist, and that is somebody who is attuned to the senses and is informed by the senses and pays attention to the senses, which in reality we can all become sensualists. But I feel like it's harder nowadays to come by someone who is a sensualist, because life is so fast and we just want to get things done. But I'm coming back to that now, and I want to live in devotion to beauty. And that's not just the easy beauty of flowers and perfume, but also the difficult beauty of doing the hard thing, the difficult beauty of telling the truth, the difficult beauty of making a change out of respect for yourself rather than staying the same to please someone. The difficult beauty of heartbreak. I want to experience and live in devotion to the beauty that just is, and to remember to have respect for the life that we are given, the bodies that we are given, the experience our souls are given in this lifetime. And the way to do that, through my eyes, is to do so through beauty. So that is my rant for the day. Let me know what you think. I will probably continue to explore this and rehash this over and over again, but I just needed to get that off my chest. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Write to you next time. And let me know what you think. What makes you feel beautiful?